What's up, everybody? We are here with a special episode today to listen to Alana K's The Project. Early sneak peek of what she's doing and what she's got going on. I was an engineer for most of the project, all but one song.
All but one song.
It's a fantastic project, so I can't wait to share that with y'all. To my right, we got DJ Guess Who, the infamous.
You know it, Street Nerds Radio, Street Nerds Production. We in the building, man. I'm glad to be here, man. I tell them all the time, you one of the dopest artists I done heard.
Oh, thank you.
So, yes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I know that's right. And then on the boards, we got Maxton Knox. Maxton, put that camera on yourself, man. Introduce yourself.
I really want to put the camera on me because, see, now I don't know where to look. So now I have to look off camera. But what's happening, y'all? We in the building. It's my first time doing this, so if it don't go smooth, everybody take a deep breath. We're going to be all right.
Nah, this will be easy.
It's going to be easy.
So Alana, let's assume for the people that have never heard of you before, who are you?
Ooh. All right, so personally, just your average. No, really just like real laid back. Try to be as laid back as possible, chill mom. Who just likes to make music, and yeah.
Ain't nothing average about that music though.
What inspired it though? Like what got you? Yeah, what got you into like the music?
So what got me started with music was just from being a kid. I've always loved to sing. Like that's always been my thing. And I've kind of always just had like music in my head, right? So it's always just been there, and so I've always really wanted to follow it. I was just telling somebody earlier, Alicia Keys is the reason I made music. And it was literally, one album, because I still listen to that album to this day, front to back. I know every song. I know the next song coming up, like it just because it did that for me, right? So that with music, and because I just always felt it, made me want to do that. So yeah, that's why I do that.
How long you been singing for?
Forever.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you like start in a church, or how'd you get started as a kid?
I honestly think my like real first performance was it was in kindergarten.
Hey, wow.
Let's take it back.
And I was it was the Billy Goat's Gruff. Was the like little play that like we put on.
That's the one with the troll under the bridge?
Yeah.
Wow.
See?
Okay.
And I was one of the I can't remember which goat I was or whatever.
Yeah.
And I sang one of the songs, and it was
Okay.
dope. I remember that. It was crazy. That was like my first crowd I ever performed.
Did you love it from that moment?
Yeah, like I knew, like
Damn.
I was like, this is what I want to do. And then from then on, it was like church, and then like after church, it was like school choirs, and
When was the first original song?
2013.
What was behind that? What was the feeling behind writing that first song?
I don't really remember. It was like I was having fun with it. I was just really trying to find like who I was as an artist at that time, right? Like because I had come from like being in choir and never really like working on my own music, never really working on like something other than like choral music. So it was different. I was trying to find my voice. So it was more of like confusing, I guess. Like the way I think about the music that I made back then is like it was good for what I had back then. Like I really liked it, and I really appreciate the time and the people that I was able to work with to put that effort in. And it's definitely helped me build to who I am now, and like definitely this album, like because I can hear stuff that I started working on back then that I have perfected and implemented into like what I do now. And so like I definitely appreciate it, and like but yeah, that was one of the first, and I was
So what was the feeling behind this project?
Oh man, it was a release. Yeah, it was sorry, I'm like people are trying to find it, but it was a release.
And we can take a pause real quick because I couldn't find it on your Facebook page.
Let me see. I don't even know how to find it.
It's definitely running on the YouTube, but I don't know why it's not running on there. Okay, wait. We can try this. Maxton, pull up the internet. It should already be open. The Google Chrome. And that's on her. Let's see. Can you scoot to the side a little bit so I can read? Or the other way, to your left. I hate Facebook streaming.
Sorry.
It just doesn't work. Right.
I get that. It's on YouTube.
It is on YouTube.
Yeah, it is on YouTube.
Well,
Do you want to send your friends
send
the
me
link to it?
Yeah.
All right. Let me send you the link first. You can copy and paste it.
So before we start, we can still talk, right?
We can still talk. Yeah, because we're going to
okay.
chop this up for content and all sort of shit.
So what was the moment for you that you was like, I think I got this? Like, I could really do this and I want to really pursue this seriously.
Like the moment where I really thought that like I could do music and like continue with it.
Yes.
Man, okay, so I have a specific moment. I actually think about this all the time. So I remember doing a show. This was a couple years ago, and I remember performing and like feeling really confused about like how I really felt about music at the time, right? Like I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, if I want to continue doing this. And I remember just like really contemplating, you know, it's like one of them long showers, right? It's like you really gotta like, you really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just remember like being there and feeling like this warm, like it was like a hug, right? Like this warm like wrap around me, and it was like, it's gonna work, like don't stop, it's gonna work. And I was like, bet,
Yeah.
like let's do it then. And so kind of from then on, I was still trying to figure a lot of other things out too. And then when I knew it was time, and this is what we came up with.
How long ago was this that happened?
2016.
2016 is when you decided, all right, I'm going to really
2016 was when I felt it, and I was like, it's going to work.
Yeah.
But I knew at the time, like, I just had a lot of other things that I had to deal with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's actually, like, that's kind of what the beginning of the album is about, like, is just these things that, like, it's like me releasing these things finally, right? Like, it's like my, like, let go of it. Like, I know it's always going to be there. I know it's always going to be something I have to deal with, but I can let it go, and, like, I'm good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that was the first moment.
Was this your first project? First album?
Yes.
Okay. What had you released? What was your experience with releasing music up until that point?
And not because I'm a perfectionist, so I always think it could be better.
Yeah.
So, like, again, the one thing I had to do with this one is, like, let it go.
Yeah.
I had to, like, let it go. Like, I had to know when, like, there's nothing more I can do to it. There's nothing more I can change to it.
Right.
Let it go. And
That's
then it's cut now. I'm over it, ready for the next one.
Yeah. You just got to.
Yeah.
You just got to, or you'll just work on that your entire life.
Exactly. And that's actually, like, that's one of the reasons why it's called The Project.
Yeah.
Is because, like, it's something that even now, like, thinking about performing the songs, like, having the ability to change the way they sound from, like, what you hear from studio version to being able, because now I've let go of it, and I've let go of the way that sounds, and now I can play with it.
Yeah.
Now on stage I can, mix it up a little bit. It's going to be different every time we see it, and that's what I'm excited for. And, like, that's what it's like,
straight up
get me excited about doing this. Yeah.
So a question that I hear from Drink Champs that I really like is, do you rather make the song or perform the song?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because based on what you said, it seems like you have fun with both, and I would just I want to know, like, what do you enjoy the most?
Man, that's hard. I would say I feel like it's like the easiest answer, like they're equal, but they're equal for like their own reasons, right? Like writing the songs is okay, no, let me change it a little bit. Performing. And the reasons is because writing the songs, no matter what they're about, is just the beginning of letting it go, right? Like, it's just it's the thought put down onto paper. It's a thought put out onto something to work on, right? But performing them that's the final, and that's the final for the people who are watching you, right? Like, and so whatever you do in that, no matter like how you feel, like you just put all of that into it. That like maybe in the studio at the time when I did it, I didn't feel this way. I can tell you like the intro to the album in the studio, I was fine.
Yeah.
But I have been other places where I have cried. Like, and I have had to restart. Like I had, like, we hung out with friends and I like cried and I was like, hold on guys, I'm sorry. Like I messed it up. But when the
music like comes from such a like grounded place, and it's you, and then you can kind of like share that experience with the people around you.
Yeah, and that's what I like about performing, is because it's different each time. Each time you see someone, each time, you know, you can see the same artist 3 times and the show may not ever be the same. The show may be exactly the same, right? You never know. But like, that's what I love about performing. So I would say performing is definitely.
So for this project, what is the perfect setting for a show? If you're
my perfect setting?
Like your perfect setting.
My perfect setting would be like, you know, dimmed lights, little, you know, chill with your like favorite people, partake in whatever you enjoy, just be safe. And then like listen and like really like listen. Let the let the beats hit you, like, and like let it really flow through you, because that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to flow through you, the lyrics, just the sounds, everything all together. Just because I know the people who made the beats, myself included as one of those people, like that's how they express their ways, if they can't do it in other ways, or if they can, you know, however you feel it.
Yeah, and I mean that's the perfect way to go ahead and introduce the album. Let's play that first song so you guys can kind of get to hear what we're talking about.
Yep.
Crazy. That's how you bring the album in. Why do you bring the album in like that?
Like how I was talking about release, right?
Yeah.
Music I made before, I've always been told it was sad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I realized after a while, like, I'm just really good at writing sad music, right? Like,
yeah,
I'm just really
sure.
good at it. But this song specifically, like, it's one of my favorite songs because I wrote this song. So I made the beat.
Yeah.
And
Say that again.
I made the beat.
Period.
I just wanted to test it out. It was COVID, right? And we had nothing but time.
Nothing but time.
Nothing but time. And when I first started making music, we chilled. I don't know. I think I told you the story. We chilled in the house. This was before I smoked. They smoked a lot, but we made great music. Like, and it was a great time, and I learned a lot watching them build beats.
Walk us through this. Walk us through this process. Who are you with?
I'm with Joe La and Ray Lyle.
Okay.
And like
Major Key.
They hold a dear spot in my heart.
Yeah.
Forever, right. Just because I do appreciate them a lot because they did teach me a lot. I watched them. I mean, I watched them build beats. Like, we spent hours in that living room just building beats, you know, and that's when I learned, like, I can use my vocals for certain things, and we can, you know, how to mix things. And I've never been interested enough to, like, really want to dive in, but I've always, like I said, I've always had music in my head, so I just wanted to see if I could lay something down, and this was probably, like, for me personally, like, my most complex beat, just because I did use, like, my keyboard, and, you know, try to figure out how to hook it up to the computer, and I tell you, I use probably, like, the most, I mean, I don't know if it's the most basic like app to make beats, but I made a few of the beats on the album, and I think they're fire. So
they all go. As the producer, let me talk to producer Alana real quick. Why no drums on that track?
I don't know. I just didn't feel it. It didn't feel right. And for that one, like, I wanted it to feel, so like I said, I've always been in choir, and probably some of my most, like, fun experiences and some of my most coolest experiences have been in choir.
Right.
And so I just felt, it started off with, like, whatever the sample was or whatever the loop was that it had, it felt a little chorally to me. So I wanted to see if I could add other things. I added, like, violins and stuff. Kind of just played with it. And I knew if you've ever been to a choir concert, very rarely do they have drums. Like,
right.
I mean, it's got an opera
drums.
feel to it. This
yeah,
song.
and so
It
that's
does,
kind of how that's how I wanted it to feel, and that's why I wanted it, because I even kind of put in my opinions and what I wanted for the mixing, like Buggz, you know, engineered it, and so I was like, hey, I want it to sound like this, and we kind of figured out how to get it sound the way that I wanted the most, and it just worked out perfectly, and it's exactly how it sounds in my head. And but yeah, it was definitely, and that's also another thing, is because I've always wanted to incorporate almost like choral-ish music into, like, my own music, and that was kind of how I did it.
So some of this project was written during COVID?
Yeah, actually, I think mainly the ones that I produced were written during COVID, and either finished during COVID. I think that one was finished during COVID, whereas a few of the other ones were finished afterward. I can say specifically a few of the other ones were finished right when I started this project.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she had a baby in the middle of this project. so like she recorded half the album, got pregnant, had a whole child, and then came back, like, he was like a year old or 6 months old?
No, so I think the first time I came back, okay, so I did come to the studio while I was pregnant.
Yep.
I did record a couple songs while I was pregnant.
Early in the pregnancy.
No, actually.
No?
It was like middle, like right.
Okay.
I think it was a couple months before he was born.
Okay.
And then I think the next time I came to the studio after that, I want to say he was probably like 6 months old. I don't think he was with me though.
How has motherhood shaped your music?
Well, so he is my second. It has definitely, adding a second in, I will say, is wild. Wild.
Yeah.
Like, crazy.
Twice the work.
Man. Like, and but motherhood has definitely shaped. It's definitely made me pursue this harder, because I want to show them that like you could do whatever you want to do, be whatever you want to be, and like I'm always there supporting whatever dream you have. Like I don't care what it is, as long as it's not crazy and illegal. Like. Right?
You can't
like,
tell me you want to be El Chapo and me having
right, like I can't like you can't be doing something crazy, but like don't tell me if it's something. Just don't tell me. Like, and I'll never know.
But chase your dreams. Right,
but chase your dreams, babe. Like I love you, and like we'll always love you, and that's what I wanted to teach them with this. And my oldest loves my music. He tells me.
How could you not?
So.
What's the name of the second song?
Oh man, the name of the second song is called "Floating."
Okay, give us a little introduction for "Floating."
Man, the first song was really about like connecting with yourself, right? And it was my connect with God, right? Myself and God. It was a talk to myself. That's why it sounds like that. At the end. Dealing with my depression and stuff. It was a rough time. Floating is the fight with it, right? Like it's a full out war. Like if you listen to it and like you hear, and it's like an argument, right? Like it's like a couple. Like that's what it's like.
Let's jump into it, Maxie. Let's hear this thing.
So naive to think you'd change for me. Was I so weak? Did you manipulate me? I don't really remember those days. They're a little hazy. I used to kill bottles for my pain. Still smoke to stay sane. But I've got you on my mind, and I don't know why. Red flags in my head, look out or I'm dead. One thing I remember of you is you're amazing at everything you do. So I can't believe your lies. You're always in disguise. How could I be so blind? I've seen the devil in your eyes. I can't believe your lies. You're always in disguise. How could I be so blind? I've seen the devil in your eyes. Hold up, let me make sure I understand what I feel. Looking in the mirror, your face flashes across mine. Not sure if it's real. Are you there, or are you stuck deep in my mind? You've done so well at holding me down. I'm yours, you're mine. Tell me you love me like you said before. I need to escape, don't know if I can handle more. Rip me to shreds, using my hands to drop the pieces. Fuck yeah, I'm scared, don't know where the pieces. Will it forever be an endless hole? Will I ever really be happy and whole? Lord, will you always be quietly tucked away? Showing your best to me until I forget your name. Why do you always want to come back? I gave you my best times, haven't I done my due? What more do I need to give to you? What more do I need to give to you? I can't believe your lies. devil in your eyes.
Hey, no lie.
Shit's
Damn.
special, man.
Hey, I really, really like that one.
Yeah, it's a vibe. You said it was a war with your demons.
It's a war with yourself. Yeah.
With yourself.
Yeah, it's like the first verse I wrote during oh man, I think it was like right before I got pregnant. And then the second verse was during pregnancy. And like I mean, I had mentioned earlier and like so like depression's crazy, right? Like and then like adding pregnancy hormones to that is wild.
For sure.
But yeah, so like that's kind of what it is like me. It's like me battling, like me arguing with like my depression, like because that's a whole different person, right? Like it's not you, but it sounds like you, like and so.
Do you feel like music helps with your mental health?
Yes, it definitely does. Listening to it, making it. That's why I love performing because just performing is like. It feels like flying, like you know, like if you do it right and if you're like. It feels like flying.
Especially
like,
when you sing like that. Not everybody can do that.
And your voice is so authentic.
Oh, thank
sure.
you. Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, you do it like effortlessly. It sounds effortless.
I can't. It feels effortlessly sometimes.
Yeah.
Like it does.
No, you just.
What's the hardest part for you?
Honestly, the hardest part is definitely performing live because there's a lot of I'm not like I'm not gonna lie, I got stage fright, right? And so like if I could, I would just stand in one spot, right? Like I know I can't. Like I know I need to move around. So I have to get better and like I need more time to practice and like make sure that like I can utilize the entire stage, but also because I know the way my songs are sung, like it takes a lot of air, right? And so like, you know, walking around doing a whole hour back and forth, like that takes a lot out of you too. Like, and so, you know, like it's just more of like a training that I really need to like work on.
That's just part of the like evolution of what Alana K is gonna be though.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yes.
I am excited.
What's the third song?
The third song is called Wanting.
Tell us about it.
It's only called Wanting because it's a synonym to shy. And it's the only thing that worked with the other songs that I had named or that technically go with it.
Okay.
Like
explain that a little bit more. Like how did as far as naming the songs?
Naming the songs, it's like so like the first one is called Wanting because it's a synonym to shy because I thesaurus that thing.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And the last the song that goes with it that comes next is called Free. And then after that is Rapture. So it's like beginning, middle, end, right? Wanting is like I said, I have stage fright. I'm not a big fan of being in front of everybody. It's not my most favorite thing, but I like to perform. So, you know, so this is kind of like a I'm still shy, but like I'll get the job done. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
And for you who knows what this song is, does it make sense?
Absolutely. This is the album drops tomorrow, by the way, y'all. Alana K. This is Wanting, third track on the album. Not that one. Is this it? Oh, this is it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Yep.
Come my way, I love when you do that so slowly.
This shit.
Oh, this is sexy as hell.
I love when you say my name so gracefully and so slowly. Let's dive into your face. just cause I'm a little shy, don't mean I can't throw it down for you. You know you wanted to. Yes, and whenever I give you time, you know exactly what I came to do. It's all for you. I give it all to you. Ride my way. Hips don't lie when I sway. Hypnotized between my thighs. Come here, daddy, you can stay. Splashdown ride, we can go underneath my loving. Know that I will always take you all the way, all the way, all the way. Forever mine by the end of the night. Implant myself in your brain. Cause tonight and every other night, you'll be calling my name. So don't let my quiet nature fool you. You'll get this good love when I come through, come through, come through. And just cause I'm a little shy, don't mean I can't throw it down for you. You know you wanted to. Yes, and whenever I give you time, you know exactly what I came to do.
Sheesh.
Man, so do you remember when she recorded that? Me and Soda was like, oh, okay. Coming like that. Yeah. Going crazy.
Yeah, that was fun.
I need that for sure.
Yeah. Available tomorrow.
Yes.
Everywhere.
The project.
On all platforms.
On all platforms. What was your creative process behind that one?
Look, I wrote half of that during COVID, right? So this is also a beat I made. So I wrote half of that
The
during
beat's
COVID.
crazy.
That is bananas.
Go ahead.
Honestly, look. So here's the thing: is like I said, I mean, I've already started talking to him about new stuff. That I'm like, hey, look, I have this idea. Let's try this, right? And this was all that was. And at the time, I didn't really have any money, so I was like, I looked up like free places to like make beats, and I think it's called BandLab is what I got, and I made like half the like a couple of beats on my phone, just
Off of BandLab.
on BandLab, yeah.
That's
And-
crazy. The first time I heard about BandLab, they were using it in like schools, like my
yeah,
kids.
it's for like schools. Yeah, and
Man.
I made like I think like 5 of the songs or something, 4 or 5 of the songs on here I made off BandLab, and like I did on my phone, I did it in the computer.
So to listen back to it now and then see people's reception to it, who have heard it now,
It's
how does it feel?
crazy, like seeing like people like, cause you know, for people who like are like when you first start making music, you don't like the way you sound, right? Like, and like you're like, is that me? Like, you know, like it's
Even you felt that way about your
oh
own,
my god,
your
yeah,
own
for
music.
years, bro.
Wow.
Like years, like because like I knew it was good, it just wasn't what I wanted, right? Like I knew it could have been so much better. So like I really did take a lot of time off of like performing and like making actual songs to kind of just like perfect like what I like to do, and yeah, so like it was just like, but looking at it now and hearing myself, like I shocked myself the other day because I hadn't listened to it in like a month, and I was feeling a little some type of way, right? And I was like, let me just go listen to it,
Right.
and listen to it, and I was like, bro,
Can't nobody touch you.
why am I even tripping? Like,
Exactly.
and
Has the
Yeah.
reception been the same all across the board for everybody who's listened to it so far?
yes, and like,
dope.
and even if it wasn't, and even if, you know, like I'm always ready for people to be like, oh, I didn't like it. Like, okay, that's cool. Like, it wasn't meant for you then. Like, it was, the thing is that because it was like this is like my healing journey and like my building myself up and like the confidence, like this is really what that album's like. All of it put together and compiled is like, this is me healing from just everything and really learning how to deal with myself, and then also building my confidence to be like, it's me. Right, like I'm me, and whether
Yeah,
you
that's
like it or
dope.
not, I don't care.
That's dope.
Like,
Standing on it.
yeah.
Yes.
So
What's the 4th track called?
the 4th track is called Midnight Skies.
Midnight Skies.
Yes.
Let's play that.
Let's ride and watch the lights fly by. Lights fly by. Get high, get high under midnight skies. Midnight skies. I let you take me away. UFO is my escape. You're stuck up in my dreams, singing my favorite melody. I know what you want from me. Without me, space feels so empty. It's my pleasure to take you high while you float us through this clear night. I just want to coast on this dark sky, touching stars to clear my mind, making me feel closer to this light. This light. Let's ride and watch the lights fly by. Lights fly by. Get high, get high under midnight skies. Midnight skies. Let's ride and watch the lights fly by. Lights fly by. Get high under midnight skies. Midnight skies.
I've been so high I can grab a star. Thanks to my avatar, humans been mad at me. I ain't even mad at y'all. Really, I don't even know how I got this far. I ain't even got it all. I was just chillin' and got involved. He said he want the whole thing and I got it all. Really, don't even know how he got it off. I think he's snitching, so I let them rockets off. Really, ride with little old me. Big spaceship ain't never on E. Ain't no telling where we gon' be. Ain't no telling what you gon' see. I travel light years with my niggas, them. Travel light years with my bitches, them. They do one more talking than listening. I guess it's the world that they living in, so I...
Let's ride and watch the lights fly by. Lights fly by. Get high, midnight skies.
Turn it.
Let's ride and watch the lights fly by. Lights fly by. Get high under midnight skies. Midnight skies. Let's ride and watch the lights fly by. Lights fly by. Get high under midnight skies. Midnight skies.
This shit's a movie, bro.
It's a movie, man. And every song just takes you in a different place.
Bro, you can almost picture it, bro. Like, maybe it's the video guy
For
in
real.
Me, but
Yeah, you probably see it even on a whole nother level.
It's like crazy.
Man, y'all need y'all a video.
Yeah, we gonna make some.
Y'all gotta do that.
You gotta
Y'all gotta do
that. We finna make a movie.
Man.
Shout out.
Who's the feature on that?
It is Nanos of Soda Free.
Yes.
Who has also been, him and his wife have been a blessing for real.
That's awesome. Tell us about that.
I think it was like right after COVID, right? It was right after COVID. Yeah, I think it was right after.
We got
COVID.
a chair we could bring him in here.
Yeah. So to grab a chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was right after.
It's only right that we got you in here, man. Yeah.
Is there one? There should be one right to your left. Max will help you find one.
Man.
So that started right when COVID.
So yeah, so I think technically like right after like everything was kind of lifted and like people were like really going out more, he reached out and was like, the text was like, "Sorry, you making music again?"
Yeah.
That was the text. It was like, "Are you making music again?" Like for real. I was like, "Yeah, I am. Like I'm really about to do it." And so then he just wanted to meet up and
Come put it back here. Soda free, everybody.
Yes.
We're gonna have y'all share a mic because we only have so many.
That mic between. So what did you see? She said you hit her up about the music. What did you see?
I seen what y'all see, a star in the making.
Yeah.
A star she was already a star. But yeah, I met her the first though in the studio. I needed a song, somebody to sing a hook for me. So whoever was mixing it called her. And that's how I met her. She had her go in there and told her what to say, and she knocked it out like the first take.
Crazy.
And I was like, oh yeah. So like a year after that, I was on her line for like a year. She wasn't doing no music. Yeah. Then one day she said, yeah. I was like, oh, jump right on it.
And so then how, for you, that song?
That Midnight Skies.
Yeah, how you feel about that?
That Midnight Skies, that was a dope song.
That was our first song.
Yeah, that's like that.
Wait, is that the one that you called that y'all met?
It was called Survivor. That song
Okay.
too.
Okay.
It's called Survivor. This was the first song we made after we decided to work together, and that's like the feeling. It's like the vibe at that time for me.
Yeah.
It was like that. Like as soon as I heard the beat, it just popped right in. It was like a vibe. So that's what's up. And I got to get on it. I got to jump on it. So I snuck in there somehow. She let me get on there.
Right.
So, yep.
And Alana signed to your label.
Yeah. So the Free ENT.
Yeah. Tell us about that. What's that journey been like?
Oh man, that's been
And
a
then
long
Alana.
one. That's been a long one. It's it's been I've been having the label since I was like 17. Started in Illinois, like right after I got hooked up with Rick Ross dude. But now it's done mixed up. It done changed a little bit. So I'm done with the rapping. Now I just want to write. I just want to do all writing. I just want to put projects together, see it just form and become what it is. I think that's what I'm made for. So
Your pen is crazy.
Yeah, appreciate that. So yeah, I'm just want to write, be behind the scenes. So that's what I'm on right now. Yeah. I'm glad Alana said yeah to let me work with her.
Right.
This partnership has been it's opened my eyes to so much. It's been a learning process, and
What's the biggest lesson you learned so far?
that I can't really. It ain't really me. No, as an artist, I'm an artist first. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, I always want to be on stage. You know, I want to be out there. You know what I'm saying? When you working with somebody else, it's none of that. You know, it ain't about you. It's about the projects you putting out. And I think that was the hardest for me, being my ego be so big. And sometimes, you know, I had to, you know what I'm saying, figure out how I can. So I snuck in on that song. You see, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I had to do, stuff like that. But that's the hardest part for me. Alana easy to work with. It's like the songs come out quick. She don't go in the booth and take all day. She write her own songs, do her own beats. It's real easy, you know what I'm saying? It was hard for me, you know what I'm saying, not to be in there, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more, but we got it done. I'm proud of the album. I'm proud of it.
She a diamond in the rough for real.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, what's this next song, Alana?
The next song is Disconnect. I would say it's probably number 2 on my list. Number 1 is obviously the intro. This would be number 2 on my list. Me and my favorite person wrote this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Dope. Run that. All right, we're going to charade these mics.
The moon and the stars, I'll give you all of it. Money and the cars, I'll give you all of it. Love and affection, give you all of it. Power and direction, give you all of it. I know it's been hard pushing you away. Staying on my own, so trying to do it the right way. I wish I had the right words for me to say. Just trying to make sure you and baby are okay. That dark side eating at me every day. Demons trying to get out, said it's time to play. This world's too cold for the soft opera. God, I need you to keep the bad away. Can't sleep, I'm up all night and day. Somebody come take this pain away. Struggling with jobs, just trying to stay paid. So I tipped a bottle bag and knees and pain. Free my wings so I can learn to fly. Yeah, I am hopelessly devoted to the sky. Since when did the moon become too cold for you? You used to take me there when you was in the mood. So what, did I change or did we change? Baby got a lot on my plate but ain't no food. Baby forgive me for being so cruel. Pardon me, I need to be excused. Angry at the world, I feel like I'm being used. People keep pressing me, I'm about to catch a case. Fire inside me, flip a coin, call me Two-Face. Stuck in these stars, do my best not to cave. No lights in this tunnel, can't see my way. Knowing you see me struggle makes my heart ache. It's too much trouble, may not last another day. Hate the fact that you can see my pain. Can't hide the shit, something needs to change. Free my wings so I can learn to fly. Yeah, I am hopelessly devoted to the sky. Since when did the moon become too cold for you? You used to take me there when you was in the mood. So what did I change, or did we change? Free my wings so I can learn to fly. I am hopelessly devoted to the sky. Since when did the moon become too cold for you? You used to take me there when you was in the mood. So what did I change, or did we change, or did you change?
I like that. I like the bounce to it.
Straight up. What's that song about?
I guess there's never really like technically been like a meaning been put behind it, but for the person that it was wrote with, it's kind of like
Can I know who this person is? I feel like I'm in the dark about something.
this person is my man.
Okay. Anonymous. Okay.
Yeah, anonymous.
Yeah, okay, for sure.
The Child's Faja.
My man. Thank you to my man.
I know that's right.
Who's not an artist, but
He's
wrote
not
this
an
song
artist,
with you.
But yeah, I like, again, this is a 2020 song, and we came up with the first verse, and man, you know, 2020 was a hard year for everybody, right? Like it was just, and it kind of came in with a punch, and it kind of just, I just like, you know, like spiraled, right? And like, and I had the hook. I wrote the hook. I was listening to Grease and Love Hopelessly Devoted to You, and I was just like, I want to write something about like that, right? And then like came up with the hook, and then like was stuck, and I mean like for months. And I was like, look, I need your help. Yeah. Like I need to write something. And so I sent him the beat, and then he kind of just listened to it, and he wrote everything down. And then like at the time, like we practiced in the garage. And so we went to, he came into the garage, and he's like, and he told me the lyrics. He had them written down. I wrote them down, and he was like, and like, so the beginning is specific because he was like, you have to do it like this. He's like, that it's like, and it, I mean, we sat in the garage for like hours. He was like, and we like ran through it until it was to his liking. So he was like, this is how I want it to sound, because it's his verse, and it's fair. Yeah. Like, so it's his verse, and this is how he wants it to sound. And I was like, all right, bet. So that's what we did. And then
is that the first time he wrote a verse for you?
Yes.
How was the experience with your person?
Great. It was great. Yeah. I loved
Good
it.
bonding experience?
Yeah, because like he's been like, I've been doing this for a minute, right? And so like he's been at all of everything, right? Or as much as he can possibly be at. And has always been like my one person where like I'm like, all right, I need you to listen to this, and I need you to tell me like what you think. And so to have him like write something, and then like, you know, at the time we was, you know, we were just dealing with some, you know, some stuff, right? And like was really like we kind of needed each other, and this was like our moment, and it was perfect. Like, yeah, it was great. And then the second verse was, we wrote it, I think about a year ago. Okay. A year and a half ago. I was like, I gotta finish it. I think I had already had the baby. Okay. Yeah, I think I already had the baby, and you know, just y'all, postpartum's not a joke, guys. Like, like, right. And like depression's not a joke either. Like, check on your people, like whether they have it or not. Just, you know, just make sure you click with your people, right? But yeah, like it was that, and then we kind of just bounced ideas off of each other, and yeah, it came out to be like really fun and like really cool, and it kind of came out to work really well with like the, you know, flipping coins, Two-Face stuff, just because like it worked out for like where we thought about it and how it incorporated it, but then also that like I'm a Gemini, so then like that kind of like works out with that too, right? Like so it worked, yeah.
Looking back on it now from his standpoint, what did he think about the process?
I never asked him.
Really?
I've never asked him.
Do you think there's more collabs in the future?
I hope.
Good. That's dope.
I hope. Like, I think it would be fun. Like, I mean, I hope maybe one day, like, I could teach him how to rap. I don't know. I don't rap.
Like, have him record his own shit.
I think that would be dope, and you know it would be dope.
That'd be tight. That'd be
You know
tight.
it. You know it. Like,
That's dope.
he's probably going to text me like, that's never happening.
All right, well, tell us about this next song.
Oh, man. I'm trying to even think of what the next song is. Oh, Free. Free is the next song. That is part 2 of 1 of 3.
Okay.
It's along the same lines of what that number 1 was.
Yep.
I think it's a little bit more than what Wanting was. So if my parents are listening, I do apologize for this one and the one that's coming up after this.
No, it sounds like it's after this on your list.
It's there's one song in between them, yeah. So Free. It's me being it's free.
It's me. It's Alana being free.
It's another persona being free, I guess.
What's that persona's name?
I don't know. Like,
And that guy ain't got a name yet.
it probably would be like Alana. It's like another version of Alana, right? Because like Alana is just a version of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh, that's super deep bars.
you know, like, it's just because like very rarely now do I go out with like when I meet people, like very rarely do I tell them my real name, right? Like most people don't know my real name. Like you really got
Alana's not your first name?
No.
Okay, so I'm not even afraid.
Can we ask what your first name is?
Yeah.
What's your first name?
My first name is Kili'i Holani. Yeah.
Where is it from?
Hawaii.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is
So-
fire.
Yeah. that
Where'd
is-
Alana come from?
Alana is my middle name, and
Nice.
and the K is also the beginning of one of my other middle names. I have 2 middle names, so yeah.
You might have told me that once before.
I might have. I don't know. Yeah.
This is free.
Say it one more time.
Album drops tomorrow.
Kili'i Holani.
Okay.
Take me down under, whether it's the sheets or I can lay up under you. Cover me in wonder. I'm curious as to what all that muscle can do. Do you think that I am something? I mean that it's something you can handle. Tell me the truth, 'cause I like it raw. Show me how you move. Take a little taste of this. Yeah, it gives you bliss and it broadens your mind. I wanna coast off your high. Let me get a bite. Can you feel it this time? Feel it inside. Feel it this time, a vibe. Feel it inside. Feel it this time, a vibe. Feel it inside. That's alright. Let me show you how I really feel about that. Holding all this ass in your hands, one day you'll truly understand the complexities of me. Till then, these blessings you'll receive. As I get down on my knees, hush, baby, I know how to please. Let me show you this new trick. It'll make you lose it. I know what I'm doing. Come on, let me prove it. Come on, let me prove it. Let me show you how we get down. I've got you hypnotized while your hands are rubbing up and down my thighs. Doing things you ain't used to. Let me show you how these hips move. Got a little man going crazy. Got you stuck cause I'm screaming out, baby. But I like to lose control and introduce new alter egos. I'll whisper in your ear all my roleplay fantasies you love to hear. But I like to lose control and introduce new alter egos. I'll whisper in your ear all my roleplay fantasies you love to hear.
The quickest way to my heart is with a bite and a chop to match every single stroke. It's with a bite and a chop to match every single stroke.
Bro, this is bananas.
Crazy. That's Alana on the beat.
Yeah, that's my beat too, yeah.
The
Yeah.
beat flips, all that shit is Alana.
That's all me, yeah.
Bro, you don't hear stuff like that since the Beatles, bro.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Yeah, so that was also one of my beats.
That is wild.
Yeah, and
Hands down, one of my favorites right there.
oh, thank you.
Easy call.
Yeah, it takes you somewhere.
What? And then it's like it just changes, like.
Right. The flip.
Yeah.
The flip.
Yeah.
What inspired the beat flips? Like, did you write it and then flip it as you were writing it?
No, I made the beat first. And then basically the reason the end ends the way it does is because when I wrote it, I was like, perfect. I think like the flip and like I just want it to just end and like it's just like real quick, like it's like a snap out, right? Like, and so that was the goal. Like
When you made the beat, did you already know what the song was going to be about?
once I made the beat, I had a feeling of what the song
Okay.
was gonna be
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
But like, I've always tried to like. I used to be like, oh, I'm not gonna like make songs like that. Like, no. And then like after a while, it just kind of got to the more of that. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna make whatever makes me happy and whatever comes out of it, no matter what it's about. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, that's bananas.
Yeah, so that's free.
What's the next song?
It sounds like.
Hey.
Yes, it sounds like.
Just let that run.
Hello, my love. Welcome to my mind frame. I've got love on the brain, all cause of you. You can roll me songs and find your picture on every wall. Cause you've made me love me just as much as I love you. You give me butterflies, I mean so many fireflies. Yes, you light me up inside and make me sing. You give me butterflies, I mean so many fireflies. Yes, you light me up and you make me sing. It sounds like ooh, ah, ah. That's how it feels when I'm with you, baby. Ah, ah. You know I love when I'm with you, baby. Ah, ah. That's how it feels when I'm with you, baby. Ah, you know I love when I'm with you, baby. Good night, my love. I thought I'd make this short and sweet. Can't explain how much you mean to me. Feel so blessed, you make me feel complete. Come lay down and let us dream our dreams of empire, foundation built deep. Structure is something man and nature can't defeat. Even after all this time, you still give me fireflies. Yeah, you light me up inside and make me sing. Even after all this time, you still give me fireflies. Yeah, you light me up inside and make me sing. It sounds like
crowd go crazy right here. Right.
That is my shit.
Damn, bro, it's really hard to pick a favorite
It's
right
so
now.
hard. It's
bro.
impossible. It's impossible.
Crazy right now.
That's my favorite.
It's
hands
crazy. And this is my first time listening.
Mm-hmm.
No skips.
Yeah, no skips, and everything's different. I'm producing a music video to that one pretty soon.
You got to. You know what I want to ask? I haven't said anything, but that it sounds like. Where's the camera at? Crazy. That's definitely my favorite one.
Thank
But
you.
I wanted to ask you. You don't use, which is very cool. I think you don't use a lot of auto-tune when you see, if at all.
No.
Super rare.
Super rare.
Yeah, I've
Why?
Anything against auto-tune singers?
No, nothing against.
no. Like I actually think it's real cool. Like I remember when like T-Pain first came out, like that was
Crush it.
amazing,
Crush
right?
it.
And like what's crazy is that like because of that, like like people were like, oh, he can't sing, but then like if you listen to other T-Pain things outside of like what he made after he stopped making like mainstream music,
He can sing
boy can blow
for sure.
And then he won Mass Singer, and everyone was like shocked, and like it was, I mean, perfection, right? Like he could but I think it's cool. I just never I remember trying to use it one time for a project in college, and I used my vocals, and I didn't really understand, and I still don't really understand what autotune is, how it works. So yeah, but I like the way my voice sounds, but when I did autotune, it didn't really correct anything like how it was supposed to.
Right.
So
From an engineer standpoint, when you have a voice that works like yours, autotune is sometimes a disservice, which is why we sometimes don't use it at all. Like even
Because the range is so crazy.
because the range is crazy and the note switches are crazy and there's notes within notes, on her runs, and sometimes the autotune will pull that off where it's like kind of ruins the moment.
okay. I
She
feel
has
that.
blue notes.
Explain.
So it's like she'll
Like
do
jazz, like the blue
yeah,
notes.
like
Yeah,
she'll
yeah.
do runs that aren't necessarily
Oh, like in
aren't
key.
in the scale,
Right.
But
But they fit.
work, but
They
they
work.
fit.
Yeah.
Like Beyonce does it all the time.
Yeah.
So kudos to you, man. That I'm telling you that it sounds like it's going on every playlist I have. So
Oh, thank you. I really
told you
appreciate
it's
it.
one of those.
I really
One of those for
appreciate
me.
it.
Song number 8,
Is Rapture.
Rapture,
That is the finale of the 3.
of the 3.
Yeah, so just
of the
expect the
trilogy.
same. Just expect the same. Right?
Yeah.
Like
Just nastiness.
it's
Being in tune with yourself.
look, this one is for
Yeah.
I'm sorry, mom and dad. I would just say look away for a minute, come back, or mom, you just listen and tell dad to go somewhere. Yeah, but it's really being in tune with yourself, and it's really not that bad.
It's not.
It's really not that bad. I feel like it's
This is music about love. Through the whole album.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. So yeah, this is Rapture.
It's Rapture.
Apple royalties dripping on my lips. Hey, pass the Dutchie, I gotta get a hit. Got my world spinning just a little bit. You said you wanted to come through so you can vibe with that good shit. Don't be alarmed when you find out that I can handle. Just be forewarned that I know you can't hang. So it won't be too long before your mind it takes a tumble. But don't forget that it's exactly what you asked for. Let me load another bowl for you. Just take a hit or two. Take your time, I'm not expecting you to keep up tonight. It will blow your mind, fucking round with this good dumb now. Take your time, I'm not expecting you to keep up tonight. good sex, good weed. Sneaky linking what it's supposed to be. These feelings got a hold on me. Your bed or mine, top down, let's slide. Either way, we'll go for a ride. So snatched, you're all mine. Lay back and close your eyes, all sound and no sight. Feel this house, yeah, I grip it tight. I'll show you how to fuck me right. Let me bounce this ass on you, then turn around so you can see it too. Good grip, I know you feel it too. Thought I cast my spell on you. I know you like it when I'm in control. I twist my hips, one bounce, you're in the show. I lay it down, I'm getting closer. Oh, one stroke, you got me screaming now. Take your time, I'm not expecting you to keep up tonight. Oh, it will blow your mind, fucking round with this good all night. Take your time, I'm not expecting you to keep up tonight. Oh, it will blow your mind, fucking round with this good all night.
Woo.
Fire.
Thank you.
It's getting steamy.
Hot in here.
That was definitely the one that I remember recording, and I remember doing like the second verse.
Yeah.
And like I think I messed up, and I was like, all right, let me run that back. And all I hear on the other end while I'm in the booth is, damn, is that what you've been thinking about for 9 months? Because I had just had the baby, right? Like,
Yeah. Like, you ready for the next
I was
one?
like, I mean, yeah, I guess. But yeah, that's like, you know, that's also like my tie-in with like liquor and weed, you know, like
Yeah.
I definitely don't drink as much as I used to. But again, partake however you choose to partake. Just partake safely, please.
Do you think weed's an aphrodisiac?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You do too?
And it always depends on the type of weed, right? Like you really like for like I smoke a lot of weed, right? Like, but I am no weed connoisseur,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm no like, oh, like you need this kind to do this, right? Like I'm just
Right.
like, yo, look, like I got $40.
Yeah.
What can I get right now?
Right.
Like, but like, nah, I think if you get the right kind, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I gotta be like super blowed. Like dabs. You know what I'm saying? Like just out of there.
I've only taken dabs a couple times, and it's I don't know.
It's a different-
I'd rather just
Different. Yeah, I'd rather
yeah.
smoke flower.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That.
Shout out to my dabbers though.
Right. Like I applaud y'all because
Yeah, y'all got
are
some
different.
tough ass ones.
Y'all are different.
Y'all tough as hell.
Yeah.
The next track is Old School Love.
Old School Love.
That's one of the first ones you did.
I think that was the first one.
The first one you did here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this one was written by Nanos. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He wrote the entire song. So like I know with It Sounds Like when he came to me, he was like, here's the hook I've got, like let's see where we can build. This is the idea I have behind the song, and so then I just wrote the verses behind that. Midnight Skies was kind of like, you know, kind of same collab.
Yeah.
Old School Love though, it's all him.
He wrote every word of
He
this.
wrote every single word. Told me how he
Fire.
told me how like I wanted to feel like this, and I was like, bet. And
I
man,
told you, he got that pen.
the pen is nice.
Go ahead and
man.
run that.
Have you ever felt love so deep? It made you say how? Have you ever had love so strong you had no doubt? Have you ever made love so long it felt like a race? Have you ever wanted love so long you felt you couldn't wait?
I heard that. I said, Alana, you need to be recording here.
Yep.
Those harmonies at the end.
Bro, that shit is bananas, bro.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Man, shout out to Soda on those lyrics.
Hey, man, he is banana.
Crazy,
that song
right?
is crazy.
Right?
That's such a great team.
And it's just
y'all together is crazy.
like
Y'all
it was
together
just,
is crazy.
I love it. Like it was great.
We got one song left, but before we listen to it, what's in store next for you?
Whatever comes.
Yeah.
I'm honestly like I'm rolling with it, and I mean we have like the set that we have on the 17th.
Yeah.
Where is that at again? It's off
Beverage
Walton
Garden.
Street. Where?
Beverage Garden.
Beverage Garden.
Right
if y'all
now.
know where that is, go. The 17th will be there.
Young Jock.
And let me tell you, I am, and I'm not even that, like, I'm excited for, like, my part of the set, but I'm way more excited for everybody else who's performing, let me tell you. And, like, the other parts of the set that I do get to be a part of, because I'm really excited about that, too.
Up.
Like, it's going to be, oh, my God.
You can hear, I don't know if y'all can hear them rehearsing next door to us, but they're rehearsing for the 17th.
They're rehearsing for the 17th. Come out and see us perform. And then I do plan on having a show in October. Follow me and I'll let you know when that is.
And you can see this whole album live.
Yes, and you can get to hear the whole album without having to hear us talking between it.
Facts.
Tomorrow. It's available tomorrow, the project.
Man, make sure you go get that on all streaming platforms. Wherever you listen to music, make sure you go get it.
And if you can't find it, text me or message me, and I will do my best to reach out to you and get back to you.
Alana K, though.
So I would do, if we're on Facebook, Alana KM, because follow me there and then message me and I'll respond. On
Apple Music, Spotify, what do they type in?
I'll let you know tomorrow because it's Alana. I believe it's Alana K with a period at the end.
Okay.
But I'll let you know tomorrow.
Dope.
For
the
sure.
project is called The Project.
Yes, The Project. I will have it like links to it in my bios and stuff on Instagram.
And what's your
Facebook.
Instagram handle?
Instagram, Alana K94. And then Facebook, Alana KM.
And she's hard to find on social media. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now.
Am I?
Too hard for me.
Oh.
We're gonna work on that.
Oh, as you mean like posting?
No, just search engine optimization.
Oh yeah, let's get that together, guys.
Yeah.
Come on, Mark. Come on, Mark.
Yeah, right.
Step it up, Mark.
Yeah, so
This is really the like beginning of Alana K's blossoming
Yes.
into a fucking star.
yeah.
Yeah. You gotta know it.
I mean, like I know it, right? But like I said, like for me, it's more of the like my real thing with music is like because of like how powerful and like healing it is for me. Like that's all I really want for it to do for people, right? I just accept anything that comes with it just because I have to. Because my ultimate goal and what I feel like I was put here to do is to really help people who feel like they don't really have anyone to talk to. And no matter what it's about, like this is what you feel and like you're not by yourself, like there are millions of other people who feel like you but at the same time will never feel like you, and this is where the connection that you have, this is like for yourself. You know what I mean? Like
So how would you determine success from your music?
Success from my music, being able to take care of my family.
Right.
Like low key, I'd like to move back to Hawaii. Have a farm. I want to live off the land, be able to like move like our families there and kind of have everybody retire. And I would love, eventually maybe one day be able to take, everybody like on tour, like travel the world. Like that's like for all of us to just kind of chill like as a family and be able to travel places and cool, I gotta work a night or two, but if I have to work a night or two for everyone else to just chill, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
And because it's making music and singing, I'm
and you're
down.
And you're healing people.
Yeah, and
So-
that's all I really want.
So family's big in your culture.
Mm-hmm.
Very big. How does your family take to your music?
So My parents don't really listen, only because it's just not their type of music, which is cool. Like, I get it. But, like, when I show them things and, like, when I'm like, hey, look, here, this is, like, there, right? Like, that's why I'm like, sorry, Mom and Dad, for the songs, right? Like, just in case. Because, you know, they were like, all right, just send me the link and we'll, you know, watch kind of thing. And my cousin also makes music. So, you know, might get calls every once in a while, like, hey, did you hear her song? And I'm like, yeah, Dad, I'm the one who sent it. Like, I sent it to you. He's like, no. He's like, your aunt did. And I'm like, cool. Either way, I've heard it. Yeah. I heard it before you told me about it because I'm right there with it. I knew when the release date was. Right. I was on top of it, okay? And, but no, my parents are really supportive. They definitely. And this last song is actually my mom and my aunt's favorite song. I've already showed them the song.
It gets to your Hawaiian roots.
It's, yeah, and it's funny because, like, so, like, I grew up, like, crazy enough, though, with the music I make, I didn't grow up really listening to the music I make, right? Like, I listened to some R&B, but I grew up listening to, like, reggae and, like, Hawaiian music, right? Like, my favorite thing to tell people is Israel Komako Viva Ole's best song is not Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That's basic. Like, like, dive deeper and you find some of, like, just so much, like, it's a great song, don't get me wrong, but, like, some other songs are just so much deeper and, like, just mean a lot more, right? Like, I have one song that, like, I low-key kind of feel like a boxer and want to come out and, like, have that play before I come perform on stage, right? Yeah. Like, that's something I think would be cool, but that's also, like, incorporated into, like, the music, but with the reggae song, yeah, we listen to a lot of reggae. I've always listened to a lot of reggae. That's still the main genre I listen to this day. And like,
and this is that song.
And this is that. And it's the last verse is definitely the tie to, it's my very first time ever getting high in Hawaii is what it makes me think of. I told you the story.
Yeah, I remember. So do you want to tell them the story?
Sure. The last verse, imagine the island my mom is from is a small island, but in Hawaii there's not a lot of lights, so you can see the stars, and you can see a lot of stars. So we went to a graduation party where this singer Fiji was performing because he was friends with someone on the island. Like, it's a super small island, and I grew up listening to Fiji. And my uncle takes me and my boyfriend to this party, and we stand out in the parking lot. And you hear, because there's water everywhere, right? You hear the ocean behind you, and we roll up a J, and I'm listening to Fiji sing Common King's Alcoholics. And I'm sitting there singing with him, and all I feel is, like, this nice, warm, cool breeze, smell the ocean, getting super high, looking at the stars. And that verse will always take me there. It was one of the best moments ever. It was like it was a free concert. And if you guys ever listen to Fiji, I can't even. Yeah. You're going to have to listen. Top notch.
That's what it's all about.
Top notch.
Just being one with the universe.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
This is the last song on the project. Here I Am.
Here I Am. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Dee da dee dum dee day dum dee day dum dee day To introduce myself, I'm your highness. To reintroduce myself, come get tired of this. My melody THC takes you on my cloud ride. Lay back and close your eyes, I'll transport you to my castle in the sky. Yes, I know you love the way I flow all over your body. And I know you love the way I course through your veins, can feel your body. The longer I chant, the deeper you fall. Just another hit, I love to elevate you more. Yes, I know you love it when I'm running through your body. So you say you want that dough.
dark portions. Just sail, I put your love in motion. Hey, the waves driving you crazy. Is it too high for you, baby? Let me guide your way into a special place in peace. Partake of my energy. Don't let it slip away. Set another spliff my way. Wanna keep a good headspace. Good vibes always. Pakalolo, take us to the homeland so we can feel calm, cool, collected, and free. That's all we need. Pakalolo, take us to the homeland so we can feel calm, cool, collected, and free. That's all we need. Yeah. So you say you want that dough. Well, here I am. Well, here I am. Can't help it that you beg for more. Well, here I am. Well, here I am. So you say you want that dough. Well, here I am. Well, here I am. Ba-ba-bi, ba-bi, ba-ba-ba. Da, da, da. Well, here I am. Well, here I am. Bam, 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 ba-da. Bram-ba-da-da-dam, dum, day, dummy, dummy, dum, day. Hey.
Alana K.
That's how you wrap it up.
That is
Project.
the
yeah.
project. Available everywhere tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Man, make sure you go get that and tell a friend and tell a friend.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Share
please,
it, support
please,
it.
share
Come to
it.
the release show.
Yes, come to the release show. It's gonna be so much fun.
I just want to say it was a pleasure working on
Thank
this.
you. No, it was
I feel
definitely, yes.
I feel so blessed to be able to work around amazing musicians, and this is this is a phenomenal
You've
project.
definitely introduced me to a lot of
Hell yeah.
really
It's up from here.
Only
It's
up.
all the way up.
Yes. And
Man,
I
appreciate you for letting me come in and enjoy this for the first
yes.
time.
Thank you so much
Yes,
for taking time out of
I
your day
loved
and
it.
coming through. I'm glad you
loved
like it.
I loved it a lot for sure.
I'm glad. Well, I really appreciate it, and I'm so glad you liked it, and yeah, it means a lot.
Thanks, Max, on the boards.
Yes, thank you, Max.
Go
And for
cop the
listening.
album.
What'd you think, Max?
He was grooving over there. I ain't even gonna hold you.
That was an experience.
Aw, I'm glad.
I can't wait for the live show.
For real.
Alana special, man.
Oh, thank you.
Alana special.
Thank
And like I quick question before we go. Have you ever had like vocal lessons before?
So my first technical vocal lesson, it was my senior year of high school, only because I needed to I needed to have audition music to get into college. So I think I did vocal lessons for maybe 2 or 3 months before graduating high school, and then college requires you to do vocal lessons, so I technically did it for a year, but like don't talk to me about school. I'm not a good student. I will say that.
It's all natural. We understand.
So, but I mean, I will say that like even currently now, as like even with the music, like me making the music now, like that's still something that I would like to do is more vocal lessons, just because I know the benefits of them are. I know the things that I would like to do with my voice and how I want to progress are only things that I can get with vocal lessons. It's not something I can teach myself. I've only been able to go as far as I can now, right? So like I know that like I need to get vocal lessons because I want to do a lot more with my voice. So yeah.
Man, that's dope.
You can certainly give me a couple.
Some of that shit she's doing cannot be taught.
Man, if you're watching this right now, man, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right there on the YouTube or whatever. And hit that bell to get notified whenever we do some dope stuff like this again.
And thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it all.
Thank you, and thank you for sharing the project with us.
Of course.
Yeah,
and thank
amazing.
you guys again so much. The project available tomorrow. Thank you.